And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name is Deltastic, the voice of Meta Pro Wrestling. This is Meta Pro Wrestling, and I want to welcome you to episode 13 of Meta Pro Wrestling's Cataclysm. We are just 2 episodes away, 2 shows away from that huge Meta Pro Wrestling Ascension pay-per-view, and we got lots to talk about. We got lots to get into. A whole lot going on, and life after the Ascension pay-per-view. There is going to be some huge dealings coming up in the 2 short episodes, and we will be talking about those and addressing those issues. But once again, like I said, welcome you to episode 13 of MPW's Cataclysm. Things are shaping up to be insane here in the world of Meta Pro Wrestling. Coming to you from Hartford, Connecticut this go around. We're about to kick off the show, guys. And guys, it looks like we're kicking off the show in a huge way. We're kicking off the show and a man who has a bone to pick with the Meta Pro Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion Black Adam. The man who will meet the World Heavyweight Champion Black Adam at the Ascension pay-per-view for the championship, the #1 contender, Nightwing. Let's see what Nightwing has to say here. You cannot be happy following that attack just a few short episodes ago. He was attacked by Black Adam, the world champion, and Squall. That match is going to be coming to a head. That match is going to have huge, if I'm hearing things correctly, and we will get into it a little later on, that match is going to be even bigger than anyone has ever imagined. Guys, Meta Pro Wrestling is taking a turn after the Ascension pay-per-view, but like I said, we will get into that as the show rolls on. Right now, you gotta know that the #1 contender, Nightwing, wants a piece of Black Adam, and he wants it now. Well, it looks like it. He is calling out the Meta Pro Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion Black Adam. Let's see if Black Adam will do this face to face as opposed to jumping him in the back. Let's see if Black Adam's going to answer the challenge to meet his challenger face to face. We got the #1 contender Nightwing calling out our champion. And wait a minute, it looks like it's been answered. It looks like the Meta Pro Wrestling World Champion Black Adam is going to answer this face-to-face challenge as he makes his way down to the ring. These guys are on a collision course for the Meta Pro Wrestling World Championship. Like I said, once again, at the Ascension pay-per-view, episode 14. The next episode is actually going to be the last stop before that Ascension pay-per-view. So things are going to come to a head pretty quickly here in Meta Pro Wrestling as the champion looks to successfully defend and continue his reign. But Nightwing, it's got to be emotions at an all-time high after being attacked. Wait a minute, what's going on here? What does the champion have to get off his chest? It's not like he's been brewing. It's not like he has a whole lot to gripe about. I mean, he's been riding high, being in cahoots with Lex Luthor, one of the administrators here in Meta Pro Wrestling. So it's not like he's got he's not having a bad deal, guys. He's riding high as the Meta Pro Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. Wait a minute here. Nightwing throwing a little insults the way of the Meta Pro Wrestling World Champion Black Adam. Wait a minute here. This exchange is getting a little heated now. Throwing some harsh words there. Is the world champion Black Adam. Well, wait a minute. Nightwing is saying he's going to put his shoulders to the mat and get the 1, 2, 3 and take that Meta Pro Wrestling World Championship at the Ascension pay-per-view. Once again, guys, use your goddamn imagination. This is not WWE. It's Meta Pro Wrestling. It's MPW. Come on. Shit. This is the biggest match coming up at the pay-per-view. The biggest match of Nightwing's career. Nightwing could become the world heavyweight champion, and that's going to mean huge things for not only he, but the rest of Meta Pro Wrestling, for the future of Meta Pro Wrestling. There's a lot swirling around, a lot of things going down, a lot of wait a minute here, what we got here? We got a stare down. These two are staring off at each other. Oh, wait a minute, Black Adam. Black Adam got the chump there. Oh, wait a minute. And as Black Adam plays on, using some mind games, playing on the fact that he was able to get the upper hand on Nightwing and attacked him, he certainly got the one-upsmanship. He is in Nightwing's head, making Nightwing flinch after that face-to-face. That was pretty insane. Guys, speaking of insane, we are finally going to get to a grudge match of sorts. Hal Jordan has demanded a match against Guy Gardner, as Guy Gardner has returned to Meta Pro Wrestling after screwing him over royally once they won the Meta Pro Wrestling World Tag Team Championships going into the reboot of Meta Pro Wrestling. Meta Pro Wrestling, breaking the fourth wall a little bit, was going from 2K16 to 2K17, and we're undergoing a reboot of sorts, and things were about to go big. Things were about to happen on a complete new scale, a complete platform, and Guy Gardner opted out. Guy Gardner just won the Tag Team Championships with Hal Jordan, and then he bailed on him, forcing Jordan to relinquish the Tag Team Championships, which went back to Cobra, and Hal Jordan was able to find another partner, become #1 contender once again. He and Jon Stewart are now the current Meta Pro Wrestling World Tag Team champions, but they didn't take that bitter taste of what Guy Gardner did out of his mouth. And now that Guy Gardner decided to return under the direction of Lex Luthor's Cataclysm episode, Lex Luthor apparently scored Guy Gardner back in MPW. He's back. He said he wanted the spotlight on him. He wanted to be a solo act. He didn't want to be riding coattails, or didn't want to be held down by being a tag team competitor. I mean, one would think, why didn't you just say that? Why abandon who we thought was your friend? Who knows why this guy does what he does? But he's an asshole. So hopefully he gets shown a little bit of something. It's crazy. It's his turning around. I was not a huge Hal Jordan fan in the beginning, but now I kind of sympathize with the guy. Now I kind of want him to get his hands on this douchebag, putting him in one of the worst spots ever. I mean, thankfully he was able to find a tag team partner in Jon Stewart and reclaim the Meta Pro Wrestling World Tag Team Championships, but he was done dirty. He was done foul by Guy Gardner, and this is his time. This is his opportunity to get his hands on Guy Gardner and confront him. And here we go. We got our opening match on Cataclysm, episode 13, and it starts with a vicious backbreaker as Guy Gardner here. Guy Gardner is a bruiser. Guy Gardner will hurt you. He has no remorse in that ring with anything he does. Every move is designed to hurt from Guy Gardner. Right now, a shoulder block takedown. He's in control right now. Let's just stomp on Jordan. Oh, just dropping down on that arm and that shoulder. And Guy Gardner soaking it up in the corner in the early going of this match. Guy Gardner felt like he was being held down and decided it was best to just leave his partner high and dry as Jordan hit a snap suplex that kicked right in the mouth. Short drop kick right to the side of the head. And Jordan now. Jordan is in control of this match, letting Guy Gardner have it. Cranking at that face. Like I said, this is a grudge match of sorts. Oh, and oh my goodness, the Cobra Clutch slam, it looked like on the knee, and then just throwing him over. So Guy Gardner will come up with very innovative ways to hurt you. But that German suplex hurt him and folded him up. Guy Gardner back on the mat as Hal Jordan is taking control back over in this match, and just as I said, at the back body drop counter, Hal Jordan is going to have to get this out of his system because he has a date, he and Jon Stewart, at the Ascension pay-per-view for the Meta Pro Wrestling World Tag Team Championships, which they will defend against new #1 contenders, the Heroes for Hire. Luke Cage and Iron Fist are the next opposition for the current Meta Pro Wrestling World Tag Team Champions, the Lanterns. And he's, like I said, he's going to need to get this out of his system so he can focus on defending the championships at the pay-per-view. Shoulder block takedown by Gardner. That one looked like it hurt Jordan. Stop right in the chest area. And Guy Gardner kick right in the face. Gardner, that slow, methodical, and bruising approach as the knee just hit the side of the face of Hal Jordan. Oh, raking on that arm. Jordan hits a nice side Russian leg sweep, dead center in the ring. Things are going to be shaping up in Meta Pro Wrestling. Things are going to be different. A lot different. A lot new. Some big things going on. And there's a big super kick right into the face of Guy Gardner. Jordan dragging him in the middle here. He's going to go for that swing. He's going for the big swing. And he's swinging the hell out of Gardner right now. Oof, I'm getting dizzy just looking at it. Hooking the leg here. Could this be it? 1, 2, and a 2 count only. As Guy Gardner popped his shoulder out at the count of 2. Jordan thought he might have had him there. Might have got a little measure of revenge on Guy Gardner. Oh, wait a minute, Gardner. Oh gosh. We've seen that before. Gardner going for that bangarang type move. And wait a minute. What's he going to do here? Nothing. Jordan just got finished blocking him here. Wait a minute. Hal Jordan. What a shoulder breaker. A huge shoulder breaker. Hook in the leg. 1, 2. 2 count only. And Jordan hit that big shoulder breaker and a boot. A boot in the knee right into the back of the head, neck area. Jordan, I don't know what he was going for there, but it was reversed. The Irish whip into the corner. And Jordan looks like he's going to, he's pounding away at the back here. And Jordan, he's going to set him up in the top rope. Where's he going? Hal Jordan, wait a minute. With an inverted suplex out of the corner in the middle of the ring. Wait a minute, Jordan again. What? Oh, Jordan was going for that super kick. Guy Gardner did not fall for that twice. A series of reverses from Gardner, rather. Oh, and an arm breaker. Jordan's trying to take the offensive back. Guy Gardner didn't want to fall for that super kick again. That might have spelled the end for him. Now Jordan ranking at that neck. A very uncomfortable position. Sort of like the uncomfortable position that Gardner put Jordan in with the tag team championships. Like he was going for a huge knife edge shot. That did not work out. A huge DDT planted him. That planted Gardner right on his head. Wait a minute. Jordan setting up for that kick. Once again, can he connect? He does connect. He connected. But wait a minute, Jordan was unable to capitalize. Guy Gardner ate that. Guy Gardner sucked it up there. Into the corner. Once again. And Jordan set Gardner up. Oh, wait a minute, where's he going with this? Where's he going? You can't be serious. And a superplex from the top to the outside. He damn near killed Guy Gardner just there. Holy shit. And he is out to prove a point. He's out to hurt Guy Gardner. He just superplexed him straight to hell. From the outside to the floor. And Hal Jordan right now is in control of this match. Another kick to the back. He tried to kill Guy Gardner just there. Wait a minute, Gardner trying to do something. Trying to do something to come back here. A clubbing blow to the back. I don't know if that's going to be enough. It's not. Actually, Jordan was in the ropes. Snapmare. And Gardner's going to have to try to do something. He's ranking at Jordan's neck here. And you got to know this is to give Gardner a breather after taking a huge superplex from the top rope to the outside. It's got to be what it is. But wait a minute, Gardner's locking in that choke on Jordan. Gardner hit him with a right hand shot. Turned him around. He's got that choke in. He's choking the hell out of him. But wait. Jordan was able to reverse it. It's that same choke we've seen him do Dante. Got the submission win on his first match as a singles competitor. Didn't work with Jordan. Jordan was able to fight out of it. These guys are at heated exchange back and forth. Oh, just throwing him down. A suplex. Wait a minute. Gardner setting him up here. Wait a minute. He hit him with the light dimmer. He hit Jordan with the light dimmer. That could be it. Got Gardner. 1, 2. No! I thought Gardner was going to be able to pick up a win on his own partner with that light dimmer move. But Jordan was able to fight out of it. And Gardner goes right back on the attack, as we knew he would. It's a very vicious competitor. Oh, right on that arm. Belly to back suplex. Nicely done by Hal Jordan. He's dragging him in the corner and a double foot stomp. And a kick right in the chest. He's got him down. Wait a minute, he's going for a third super kick right in the face. That's gotta be it. Jordan right now is punishing Guy Gardner for what he did, and rightfully so. But wait a minute, not putting him away. He's getting him down, but he seems to have a hard time putting Guy Gardner away. A forearm shot, it staggered him. The jawbreaker staggered Jordan. But wait a minute, small package. Referee Richard Longman in position. Two count only. What a match these two are having. They're going at it. Well, these guys are teamed up for a long time, so you got to know that they would know each other's moves. But wait a minute, and that bangarang by Guy Gardner right in the center of the ring, and a stomp right in the chest. And Gardner right now, Gardner has an opening, has a huge opening in this match. Pulling and ranking at that neck of Jordan. And wait a minute, he's setting up. Gardner's setting up. He's setting up for that light dimmer. Once again, he hits him with the light dimmer. In the ring. 1, 2, and Guy Gardner picks up the win. And damn it, Guy Gardner wins the grudge match. Guy Gardner makes a statement. And damn, Hal Jordan fought back and forth, tooth and nail. Hal Jordan wanted to make Guy Gardner pay, but in the end, yeah, that shoulder breaker there, vicious shoulder breaker, and in the end, Guy Gardner was the man who was able to get a win here. And look at, one of many super kicks right to the face, but Gardner endured. And there's that light dimmer. He rolled them over at center of the ring. 1, 2, and then that was it. That was the end of it. Guy Gardner continues his role here in Meta Pro Wrestling, picking up another huge singles win. And this is what he wanted, to be in the spotlight, and now he has it. Continuing his role, and we're going to continue to roll on here on Cataclysm. And moving on from that, now we are set to hear from the Meta Pro Wrestling Women's Champion, Katana. She has a huge match set up for the Ascension pay-per-view. She will be defending her MPW Women's Championship in a triple threat match against Black Widow and against Candy Kane. That match is going to be her hugest test. She has been on a roll in the Meta Pro Wrestling Women's division. Successful title defense. After successful title defense, I mean, here we are, episode 13 of MPW's Cataclysm, and she's been the Meta Pro Wrestling World Women's Champion since episode 1. She won that championship back on episode 1, and Katana is on a huge roll. She has nothing but momentum on her side, but will she be able to beat two women at the pay-per-view? Only time will tell. The powers that be thought that it would be best for business if they up the ante competition-wise here in Meta Pro Wrestling in our women's division, and given opportunities to two winners of Fatal 4-Way matches. The winner of the first Fatal 4-Way match was Black Widow, and then we had another Fatal 4-Way match on our episode of Sidekick, and that winner was Candy Kane. Very impressive showings by both women winning those Fatal 4-Way matches, and they earned themselves that spot to be #1 contender and to hit that triple threat match. It's Katana proclaiming herself to be a badass woman. And so far she is. So far she has done nothing but be a badass. She has taken punishment, she endured, and she wins. And will that be the same story come the Ascension pay-per-view? Or will we have a new women's champion? Only time will tell. We said episode 14 is the last stop. So our next episode of Cataclysm is our last stop. Would it be the last time we see Katana in the ring with the Meta Pro Wrestling Women's Championship before the pay-per-view? Will that be it? She has a huge test, and those two women, her two #1 contenders, those two competitors have a huge opportunity. And Katana telling everybody who listen just how badass she is, and we'll see just how badass at the pay-per-view. And speaking of the two #1 contenders for Katana's Meta Pro Wrestling Women's Championship at the Ascension pay-per-view, these two women are going to be facing off right here, right now. A little bit of a tune-up match, a little bit of feeling out process before the pay-per-view, and also a little bit to get some momentum going before they challenge Katana for the NPW Women's Championship. First out is Candy Kane, affiliation right now with Lex Luthor's side of the administration, and she's on a roll, earning her way into this triple threat match coming up at the pay-per-view. She won a fatal 4-way match with Storm, Black Cat, and Wonder Woman, and she actually got the pin on Wonder Woman. She looked very impressive in this match. Like I said, getting the pin on Wonder Woman to earn her spot for the pay-per-view. So representing the Luthor side of the Meta Pro Wrestling administration here. But this young lady is definitely on the roll. Definitely a talented young lady. And another talented young lady making her way out, Black Widow. Black Widow won the first fatal 4-way match on a previous episode of Cataclysm to earn her spot as #1 contender. Both of these women are looking to one-up each other and looking to showcase what they have. You know, the woman we just heard from, the Meta Pro Wrestling Women's Champion Katana, is going to be watching on. She's going to have her eyes glued to this match. A little bit of scouting as these women do battle in one-on-one action. Here we go. We got Candy Kane, and we got Black Widow, and we got action here. These women will meet at the pay-per-view, but throw in the Meta Pro Wrestling Women's Champion Katana in the mix and put that championship on the line. You got all the makings for one hell of a match coming up at the Ascension pay-per-view. Wait a minute, what the hell? The Candy King coming out the gate with a Styles Clash type move and a curb stomp. Holy shit! Like I said, she's a very impressive individual. She has a wide moveset, a wide array of moves. Her affiliation just sucks. Oh no, huge overhand right hand shot to Black Widow. Black Widow right now down on points with the back of the head. Headbutt is definitely going to turn that around. Then another headbutt right to the top of the head and a boot down. Black Widow, what's she doing here? On the second rope. She waiting for Candy Kane to get up. Candy Kane got rocked by that headbutt, it looked like. And she's still down. Black Widow still waiting. She thought better of it. She's waiting too long. Perhaps giving her too much of a breather especially if Candy Cane's playing possum. And drop the knee right across the face. A leg trip takedown. Both of these women are jockeying for position, for momentum, and another curb stomp by Candy Cane, taking Black Widow down. Both women jockeying for position and momentum going into that match. What a nice sit-down, sky-high spine buster. Some type of crazy hybrid of all that shit I just said. 1, 2 count. Candy Cane gets a 2 count. It connects with a shot, connects with a kick. Katana has got to be watching this and loving it. Snake eyes. The more damage these women do to each other, the softer they'll be for Katana as she defends that women's championship. And a Northern Lights suplex. I see done Northern Lights suplex on Candy Cane. And a jawbreaker that staggers Black Widow. And a spinning DDT. A jumping spinning DDT. Planet Black Widow. And Black Widow. A nice clothesline it looked like. And taking Candy Cane down. She responds with an arm drag. We got a huge main event tonight that we need to tell you about. We're going to have the Meta Pro Wrestling World Champion, Black Adam's going to be in action. As Candy Cane just rubs the elbow right across the face. He's going to be in action against the Red Hood. He's going to be taking on a member of the Bat family, the Red Hood, and a tune-up, as he calls it, for Nightwing, as he defends his championship at Ascension against Nightwing. Oof! Right into the steel and the Luthez. And Candy Cane, she is very impressive. Very, very impressive. She's elbowing right in the top of the head of Black Widow. And another kick in the chest. Just kicks her down. And a boot right in the knee. And the Northern Light suplex by Black Widow on the outside to Candy Cane. And in the ring here, Black Widow. Black Widow's playing to the crowd. She needs to be getting on her opponent. She needs to be sticking with her opponent here as a shoulder block takedown. And Candy Cane right now is in control. Okay. That was pretty crazy. That was definitely pretty crazy. Wonder what her boyfriend Squall would say about that. Who cares? Wait a minute. And a takedown. A nice head scissors takedown. Irish whip to the corner. And Candy Cane right now is all over Black Widow. Candy Cane's momentum is riding high ever since pinning Wonder Woman to earn her spot. And wait a minute. There's that lawn dart move. We've seen that. Take down Wonder Woman. And it just took down, in very abrupt fashion, Black Widow. Holy shit. And Candy Cane is rolling right now. That was as impressive match I've seen in a long time in the women's division. Just pretty much a dominant performance by Candy Cane going into her match for the MPW Women's Championship. And look at that lawn dart move. Right in the second turnbuckle pad. Just fed her right in. That's the same move that put down Wonder Woman. And Candy Cane picks up a huge win. A huge win. She is rolling. The momentum is at an all-time high for this young lady. She sets her sights at the MPW Women's Championship at MPW's Ascension. Wow, that was a hell of a performance. Moving on. And moving on here with our next segment. And wait a minute, this is a very, very, very rare occasion. We are about to hear from Batman. Batman very rarely shows up, even let alone talks here in Meta Pro Wrestling, and we're about to hear from the Bat, and you know he's gonna have choice words for one Squall, and he meets him one-on-one at the Ascension pay-per-view. Squall was a part of that attack on the Nightwing in the backstage area, helping out his buddy Black Adam when Batman came to the save. Batman didn't like that shit at all, and since Nightwing is currently tied up with the MPW World Champion Black Adam, Batman sets his sights to the hot newcomer, man who's equally as impressive as his girlfriend that we just seen with that abrupt win, Candy Kane. Talking about Squall. Squall is yet to be pinned, yet to be submitted, also here in Meta Pro Wrestling, but I believe in my heart that that's about to change. I believe that Batman is going to kick his ass at the Meta Pro Wrestling's Ascension pay-per-view because he deserves it. He deserves to get his ass kicked. He is a cocky, brash son of a bitch. And there you go. And Batman is calling him out. Says, get your punk ass out here. He's calling his punk ass out right now. And Batman's probably going to lay him down right now. He's going to kick his ass. I'm sorry. I got a little carried away. But this kid needs to be shown. This kid needs to be shown. Bastard. Oh, punk. And here he comes. And making his way to the ring. Just soaking it in. Just soaking it in. As Batman is waiting. Can't wait to get his hands on this punk. And Squall's taking his sweet ass time getting to the ring here. He's taking his sweet ass time. The kid's impressive. The kid is very, very impressive. I will say that. He's just got a shitty attitude. Also representing the Luthor side of the administration. Again, WWE is MPW. Just use your goddamn imagination, people. What the hell does he mean? He's been overlooked. Everyone knows Batman's going to kick his ass at the pay-per-view. Everyone knows this. It's not all the time that Batman makes his appearances here. But when he does, it means something. And it means that Squall's going to get his ass kicked at the pay-per-view. That's exactly what it means. Squall's taking offense to this. Such a punk. This punk kid talking about making Batman a worldwide trend on social media after he beats him at the pay-per-view. I think the beating that Squall's going to get is going to be trending on social media. The ass whooping that he's going to get is going to be trending on social media. Wait a minute. The Squad's got some tough talk. He's got a lot of tough talk. I mean, so far he's been able to back it up, but he has never been in the ring with anyone the likes of Batman. And that's when that tough talk stops. I cannot wait for that match. I cannot wait to see this match at the pay-per-view, because I know in my heart of hearts that he is going to get what he deserves. And that's his ass kicked. That's to be humbled. Batman said they could do it anytime. But what about right now? Huh? What about right now, you punk? Huh, really? Oh, he's gonna show you. He's gonna show you at the pay-per-view. I know it. That's right. He is completely and utterly classless. Absolutely. Absolutely. Those are true words that Batman say to him right now. True. He is classless. He has no respect. He's a cocky little punk. This pay-per-view is shaping up to be a hell of a ride. Yeah, you see, he shut him down there. He shut him down there. Bitch. And next up here, we have a tag team match that's going to feature the Epic Division Champion and a partner of his choosing, a mystery partner of his choosing. They're going to be taking on the #1 contender for the Epic Championship, Johnny Cage, and a mystery partner of his choosing. So these guys are going to be filling each other out a little bit before the match. These guys are no strangers to each other, though. If you remember back at the Showcase pay-per-view, Johnny Cage actually had an opportunity. What the fuck is Gambit doing? This guy's a dick. Back at the pay-per-view, Johnny Cage actually had an opportunity to become Epic Champion, and he came very, very close and was unable to dethrone the champion. It looks like Gambit has invoked the assistance of one Omega Red. Omega Red came out here a couple episodes ago and claimed that he was going to do big things, that he was going to do great things here in Meta Pro Wrestling. And he has accepted the opportunity, accepted the invite of the Epic Champion Gambit being his partner here tonight. They're going to take on Johnny Cage, and whoever Johnny Cage chose to be his tag team partner here will gain a one-upsmanship in this tag team match, as Omega Red again, thank you for joining us as we inch closer and closer and closer to MPW's Ascension pay-per-view. guys, big things are happening in Meta Pro Wrestling following that Ascension pay-per-view. And stay tuned for it all to stay in the action. Please like and subscribe to Meta Pro Wrestling and be a part of the hottest alternative CAW action on the net. Oh, wait a minute, here we go. We got Johnny Cage making his way out. And Johnny Cage he has his second opportunity, earning it. His second earned opportunity for the Meta Pro Wrestling Epic Championship at the Ascension pay-per-view. He's going to be getting a second take 2 for Johnny Cage coming up. Or will the second take be the charm as he tries to take the MPW Epic Championship away from Gambit? Let's see who his mystery partner is. Who's going to be teaming up with the #1 contender, and it is a man we haven't seen in action in quite a while. The very first Meta Pro Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion Shazam is going to be teaming up with Johnny Cage here tonight to take on Gambit and his tag team partner Omega Red. What a huge score by Johnny Cage, able to get the Meta Pro Wrestling, the first Meta Pro Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, I should say, Shazam. What a huge feather in the cap for Johnny Cage to be able to score this competitor. And these two are squaring off. They're going to waste no time. Johnny Cage with a jump and spike and DDT on Gambit. And these two will meet at the pay-per-view once again for the MPW World Epic Championship. These guys are going right at it. These guys are going straight for it. We will see this match, like I said, we will see this match at the pay-per-view. And Johnny Cage right now getting the upper hand. Oof. A nice change of directions and air off that springboard. Tagging in the former MPW World Champion Shazam. Shazam is trying to gain some momentum back here in Meta Pro Wrestling. Hasn't really had a lot going on since losing that championship. And Gambit now. Now, wait a minute. And Gambit thought he was going on the offensive. He is not. As Shazam here. Oh, nice huge throw. This is a show of power by Shazam. And Shazam gets a quick tag. Tagging back in Johnny Cage. And Gambit, the current Meta Pro Wrestling Epic Champion, the 2-time Epic Champion, has yet to tag out. And he no-sold the holy fuck out of that drop kick. Wow, he didn't sell that at all. But a German suplex. Dumped it right on the head now. Tagging in his partner Omega Red as he gives him a forearm shot to walk with. Wait a minute. Johnny Cage and Shazam here. A little bit of double team. Nice! These guys have definitely had to have work on that shit. I mean, you don't just team up with somebody out of the clear blue and start doing fucking shit like that. You're dropping the elbows right in the top of the head. Kick right in the chest. Right in the abdomen area. And back on the attack, dropping elbows once again down on the head and face is Shazam. And again with a stomp. And he is punishing right now Omega Red. Omega Red with a nasty forearm that staggered him. And a huge clothesline. Takes him down. Tagging back in the MPW Epic Champion Gambit. who is going to defend, nice Northern Lights suplex, who is going to defend that championship once again against Johnny Cage. And a huge cannonball. A huge flipping cannonball, senton splash off the second rope. He staggered him. Shazam fires back and sends him in the corner. A big boot. And a clubbing blow to the back. And Shazam trying to fight back here. But he's in the wrong part of town now. He's got to fight out of that corner and fight to tag his partner. Tag in the current #1 contender for the Epic Championship. Oh, and just hanging him up. Hanging Shazam up out of ropes and a nasty kick. A stiff kick. And Gambit has always been on a huge roll. Gambit is super talented. His attitude just sucks balls. And he is a damn fine talent. Wait a minute, what's he going for? He's got it reversed here. A boot. Wait a minute. And Shazam with the oh my goodness. With that Shazam bomb, or what the hell ever he calls that shit. 1, 2 count only. 2 count only. He's hurt though. And Shazam, a springboard elbow drop right to the back. That's new. There's Shazam trying to reinvent himself, reinvent his offense. Meta Pro Wrestling is ever evolving, ever changing, and you need to change and switch your game up accordingly. And it looks like he was trying to do that and met by a right hand. Motherfucker. A cheap shot. That cheap shot by Omega Red, staggering Johnny Cage. Make that 2. And again, just taking a fucking Richard Longman, referee, dick. What the fuck? I mean, the man's just cheap shotting the hell out of him. Gambit has yet to shake the cobwebs out. And now Omega Red's in the fucking ring. The referee has got to get control of the situation. Like, what in the hell, dude? And a German suplex from Gambit on to Johnny Cage. Now Omega Red's legally in this match. What the fuck is going on here? And Johnny Cage now in the ring with Omega Red, who hits a huge boot on him. And Omega Red is an unrelenting individual. He will keep the pressure on you. But wait a minute, Johnny Cage. Nice DDT. Hooking both of the legs, arms I should say, cradling both of the arms underneath each other. A leg lariat did not pan out the way he wanted it to. A huge slam. Omega Red showing his power. Jawbreaker that staggers him. Boot right in the knee. Or was that in the balls? I don't know. That fucked him up though. Oof. Driving him face first. And here comes Shazam. Shazam in now. And look at that lift and that suplex. Holy shit. The mitigated power of Shazam is almost unmatched here. 2 count. What a tag team match this is turning out to be. Both the competitors vying for that championship, vying for the Epic Championship, with their partners that they're choosing. Trying to get some momentum. Trying to get momentum on your side. In this game of moment. Look at this shit. Well, holy shit. Look at the tag team moves there. These guys practice that shit. These guys got to be hanging out at some point together. Fucking, I don't know, doing ride-alongs or some shit in the car, talking about these strategies and tag team moves. Because what the fuck? Like, really? You just don't start doing shit like that. And nice by Johnny Cage. The Irish whip, right corner, and a back elbow. That connected. Another elbow. Staggered him hard. But Johnny Cage fighting back. Wait a minute. Johnny Cage with a huge Pele kick. Nicely done. A boot right across the face. Right across the jaw there. He's going for a spinning back fist. That did not make it a jumping DDT. A jumping DDT. And I think that might have busted Omega Red open, and Johnny Cage is basking in his own glory here. Nice. Johnny Cage here. He's got Omega Red reeling. And he's going for that camera roll. Camera roll. 1, 2. No. That was a long 2 count, and Gambit just got disposed of. Oh, a nasty shot by Omega Red, who can't be happy right now. They're using his power. Let's pick up Johnny Cage, and Johnny Cage is in trouble right now. He's in his own corner, so he might want to utilize that. Well, if he could. And Omega Red. Holy shit, Omega Red just smashing him and dropping the elbow right across the chest. And then a knee right in the back. Oh, right across the arm there. Oh, a nasty takedown. Nice reversal. The takedown there. And now tagging in the MPW Epic Champion Gambit. Who has complete control over Johnny Cage right now. And a super kick. That one landed right across the face of Johnny Cage, who's in trouble right now. And Johnny Cage, wait a minute, ranking at that arm. Gambit answers back, and Johnny Cage answers back. And these two going at it, and a huge Pele kick that sits him down. That knocks him out. He's got him staggering, got him reeling, and Johnny Cage setting up. Could he be going for that camera roll on Gambit? And he is. And he hits him. He spiked him. He spiked him. He's dragging the champion away from the ropes. He's hooking the leg. 1, 2, no. And the champion was able to kick out. What the fuck is going on with that rope over there? I don't know. A drop kick right to the back of the head. Is Omega Red's completely shit whipping our fucking bottom rope for no reason. That's cool. That's also really weird. That's really fucking weird. Okay. Alright. Shazam! Dropping some elbows. And a clubbing blow right in the back. Dragging him away from the ropes here. Hook in the leg here. Middle of the ring. 1, 2. 2 count. This Gambit's able to kick out. And both Gambit and Omega Red are busted open right now. These guys are looking a little worse for wear here. Gambit. Gambit with a springboard 450 splash. Followed up with a kick right in the chest. And he's tagging in his tag team partner. And Omega Red getting fired up. And Shazam trying to find his way, trying to wake himself back up. Oh, and an inverted suplex. Inverted suplex, and wait a minute. Omega Red is going for that Omega submission. He's going for the Omega submission. And he gets the tap out. Omega Red gets the tap out. And Johnny Cage does not know this match is over. And he's still going at it with Gambit. But the match is over. And Omega Red and Gambit gets the win. Johnny Cage now realizes that the match is over. And the team of Gambit and Omega Red pick up the win. As if the Meta Pro Wrestling Epic Champion Gambit needed any more momentum going into this title defense at the pay-per-view. He gets it with the help of Omega Red. And Shazam is just not able to get back out of the gate after losing the championship. He's just not having a good go at things. He's barely booked. Missed opportunities here. I mean, where do you go from here if you're Shazam? As you see right here, that Omega submission. That was just enough. That was just enough distraction by Gambit on a Johnny Cage. You see, Johnny Cage didn't realize that the match was over yet. And Gambit continues his momentum, rolling strong. He made an excellent decision by picking Omega Red, because Omega Red was able to get the win for his team. And Gambit's got to be feeling good about that pick. Omega Red looking good on his own. We're going to be rolling on here. We got our main event coming up soon. And a quick bit of footage here. I just got this. That just came to me. I'm guessing apparently retaliation for being put in his place earlier by Batman. Squall has attacked Damian Wayne. I don't really know what that was about. Like I said, I can only speculate. Of he got embarrassed earlier, so he decides like a punk bitch. He decided to go and attack someone to try to send a message, to try to retaliate from getting bitched out by Batman earlier. That's the only thing I can think of. Let's get back to the show, and we're gonna hear from Lex Luthor here. And regarding what now? This is getting crazy here. There's too much bullshit going on here. This is crazy. Now what the hell is he out here talking about? Guys, we hear that Batman is in the back, and he is attending the Damian, and we are hearing he is none too pleased. He is seething. We hear reports are saying in the back Batman is completely seething right now. And we do know that it appears, my sources are telling me that Squall has vacated the arena. Squall is gone. He's not here right now. He has left. He attacked and ran like a bitch. And it looks like Lex Luthor here in the ring. Calling out Iron Man. It's time for war. What the hell does that mean? What the hell does it's time for war mean? These guys have been undercutting each other back and forth for a long time. And wait a minute. And here comes Tony Stark here. Here comes Tony Stark, aka Iron Man. And Lex Luthor. Something to get off his chest. The crowd loves Tony. What's going on here? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Stark. All he does is come out here and talk his bullshit. The hell is going on with these two? These two, for this isn't the first time these guys have been out here face to face, constantly snipping at each other. These guys have gotten physical in the past also. Usually with a Lex Luthor cheap shot. That's right. What in the hell is going on? It's a little... Okay, it's a little weirdly graphic about that. And that's a weird thing to say about listening to someone. Wait a minute. Wait, what's this mean? Are these guys gonna fight? Are these guys gonna throw down here? Is this gonna happen? Oh, you son of a bitch. And again, Lex Luthor backing out of a fight. If it's a face-to-face, if it's not a cheap shot, he doesn't want any parts of getting physical. It's not something underhanded. These guys staring down. And Tony Stark definitely wants himself a piece. These guys have been undercutting each other for far too long. And after that heated exchange, it is now time for our main event, where we'll see the World Heavyweight Champion Black Adam taking on the Red Hood in what he calls a tune-up match for Nightwing. After that heated exchange, guys, we also know that there's something huge going on. There's something really, really big going on. I think it's going to affect Meta Pro Wrestling from here on out. And I don't know. I'm trying to get word. I think there might be a special announcement in the form of another video that might be upcoming very, very soon regarding the future of Meta Pro Wrestling. And it all stems from this back and forth, from this tension, from this undercutting, from this rivalry between both sides of the administration, from Lex Luthor's side and from Tony Stark's side. I do know that things are coming to a head. Things are getting to a point where neither man can continue on without some type of confrontation, without something being done. And I do know that we will have that announcement for you very, very soon. I wonder if we can get that to you. I'm going to try to see if I can get that information to you guys, maybe even on Sidekick. Stay tuned for that. Subscribe to Meta Pro Wrestling to be alerted for that information. But I'm going to try to see when I can get you that information, guys, because I do know, I've been hearing that things are going to be a lot different. Things are coming to a head. Things are going to get crazy as we see and Meta Pro Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion Black Adam strut his way down to the ring. But things are getting bad, especially with this tension between Mr. Stark and Mr. Luthor. Things are getting out of control, and I do know that the reason why those guys have been away, the reason why Mr. Stark was gone and Mr. Luthor was gone another time, is because they are separately trying to find a solution to this ongoing problem. So, like I said, whenever I get the full word of what that is, and I get to go ahead to give it to you, be sure that I will convey that stuff to you. As you see, the MPW World Champion Black Adam set for one-on-one action with the Red Hood. And here we go. Red Hood, Jason Todd just comes out with a flurry. A couple of shots in. Oh my God. The World Champion Black Adam just floored him. And wait a minute. Here comes Nightwing. Nightwing just made his way down. Nightwing coming out here. And that looked like that might have caused a little bit of a distraction there for Black Adam. Black Adam floored the Red Hood. That crazy exchange earlier on. They said Nightwing a little on edge still from that vicious attack suffered by Black Adam and by Squall. Black Adam is in the head. He is inside the head of the challenger, playing those mind games. And right now, he's in the driver's seat of that rivalry, you gotta believe. The Nightwing's out here. Looks like Nightwing is playing some mind games of his own here on the World Champion Black Adam. But right now, doesn't seem to be having much of effect because Black Adam is all over the Red Hood right now. It's a high knee lift, just as I say that. Some momentum. Looks like it could be swinging back into the favor of Mr. Todd here. And a DDT. Nicely done, a short DDT. Nightwing in the corner of the Red Hood. As Red Hood's ranking at his neck. The Irish whip. And a clothesline up and over. A huge clothesline. Taking him up and over and down to the floor. Then a back body drop. You heard that splat. Heard that splat. And Black Adam showboating a little bit here. Red Hood's trying to collect himself, trying to gather himself back, get back in the ring. And Black Adam, a rib breaker. Make that 2. Showing his power now. An arm drag. Black Adam will defend his championship against Nightwing at the Ascension pay-per-view. Red Hood right now, he's going to need to focus on the task at hand. And the Red Hood who hits a huge crossbody splash from the top rope on the Black Adam. Black Adam's going to need to focus. He can't look past competition. You can't look past anybody here in Meta Pro Wrestling. The referee got in the way a little bit there. The European uppercut takes him down. Now it looks like the Red Hood is getting the crowd back behind him, getting the crowd back into this. And another European uppercut that staggers the champion, but he follows back with a headbutt. Wait a minute. He's picking him up and showing the power. Nice takedown by Black Adam. I don't know what the fuck that was he was doing. Some weird shit that he was showing off with. But an over the head belly to belly suplex. That one took Jason Todd down. Another European uppercut. Staggers him again. Wait a minute. And a backbreaker. Nicely done backbreaker. And he looks like he's getting fired up. And the Red Hood's getting fired up. Oh, a nasty shot. Taking him over. Holy shit. Wow, what a fucking corkscrew splash. Wow, that was fucking insane. And that one caught Black Adam off guard. And wait a minute, the Red Hood's going off top again. And a huge splash that did not connect. Did not connect. He hit face first, and now Black Adam John with the fans on the outside. Yeah, Nightwing out there, not trying to get involved here. He's gonna let this match play out. He's just out here, maybe doing some scouting. You gotta know the Red Hood is hurting after that splash to the outside missed. Went to the well maybe one too many times there. The clothesline takes Black Adam over the ropes again. Red Hood trying to get back into this match. A huge boot right in the back. The world champion throwing his opposition back in the ring. The clubbing blow. That might have just woke him up. It did wake him up. And it looks like he hit a type of RKO type move too. Yet no. Looked like he might have did him in. Well, here we go now. World champion Black Adam getting back on the offensive with another over the head belly suplex. Leg trip here. Black Adam. Oof! And Nightwing seems to love that. That knee caught him right in the top of the head. That knee split him open. That knee split his head open. Oh, and dropping him face first. A nice reversal by Black Adam. But Black Adam, not his crisp self right now. And you gotta wonder if that has anything to do with the fact that Nightwing is on the outside there. I wonder if it has anything to do with the presence of Nightwing ringside here right now. And Todd now just walking around him, just stopping him, just putting boot after boot after boot. And wait a minute, speaking of boot, it looks like he's going for a punt! And he's just punted Black Adam's head clean off. And this could be it. This could be it. 1, 2, yes! He got him. He got him, and Nightwing is happy as hell right now. And Jason Todd, the Red Hood, was able to beat the world champion. He pinned him 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. Like I said, Black Adam was trying to get focused on this match, but it didn't look as if he was his crisp, cocky self. He was playing to the crowd, but I mean, and look at that boot, and that took him out. You gotta wonder if in the back of his head the presence of Nightwing, who is vanished now, who just went right on back up the ramp. And you gotta think now that Nightwing is in the head of the MPW champion as we get closer to the Ascension pay-per-view. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Deltastic, the voice of Meta Pro Wrestling. This is Meta Pro Wrestling, and we will see you for episode 14, our last stop before the Ascension pay-per-view.